take a second to go back to your earlier question on the 30-day comment period for the transportation. Yeah, Rachel, you want to?
Just real quick, we have the larger public meeting scheduled for May 22nd, which we intend to advertise in Brooklyn papers. Community boards 2, 6, and 8 will be co-hosting that with us. That's going to be in the courtroom. From that day, there will be a 30-day comment period. We're going to post on ESD's website the presentation, and also hopefully if we can manage that technologically, the video, so that the people watching can actually understand the comments associated with each page of the PowerPoint presentation, understand the context and the full breadth and scope of what's going to be presented in the meeting on the 22nd. ESD will be collecting comments and questions for a 30-day period, and at the end of that 30-day period, we'll post answers. I think we'll need a week, maybe 2 weeks afterwards. 2 weeks. What's that? 30 days after to answer all the questions? Well, we're hoping to do something sooner because we'll be answering them throughout that 30-day period as they come in. But we're hoping to get the answers as quickly as possible after that 30-day period, and then we'll post a new TDM presentation that reflects community comments that have been submitted during that 30-day period, shortly thereafter.
I guess my question really went to what's happening in the lot on block 11.
I see.
Right.
Right. So the lot's not scheduled to be finished until the beginning of August. That was if they started May 1st, so it probably won't be done until a little bit after beginning of August, like middle of August. The last thing that's done in the lot are the curb cuts, the striping, and the planting. And those are the aspects in which the community is going to have the ability to comment on during that period. But that won't occur until much later on in the summer, way after the 30-day comment period.
So it looks like we have the timeline is May 22nd for the plans, 30 days for community comment, 30 days to synthesize.
I'm hoping it'll be 2 weeks. Yeah.
Rachel's buying some time now.
I'm hoping.
She's a speed reader.
And then we're ready in the beginning of August for finishing. I mean,
Well, yeah, you don't want to.
it's a tight schedule.
Tight schedule.
I think we probably all,
Late June, July, yeah. But it would be good if it didn't take a full 30 years.
The reason why I said 30 days is because we're not collecting comments just on the property. It's the entire TDM presentation.
Rachel, can you use your mic?
We can hear. The comments we're collecting during the 30-day comment period are not limited to just block 1129, but for the entire TDM, and ESD is not the only entity involved in developing and approving this TDM, so it involves other agencies, and coordinating responses from other agencies in our experience does take time. So if it were up to us, I'm sure we can do it sooner, but we have to be realistic.
and I'm conscious of not monopolizing, I'm not going through it anymore, but I just want to point out, part of the reason we're very, very focused on this particular part of the development is because it's very, very much associated with what we perceive to be the most objectionable aspects of extending the construction of this project for 25 years. It's why we had to go to court. We're not people who like to run around litigating state and city agencies. We haven't done it before. We're hoping this will be a one and done kind of deal. But the fact is, this lot is cited in all of the court decisions as one of the most troubling aspects of having extended the construction for 25 years. So I appreciate taking the comments, and I believe that everything you've said is sincere. You should also understand that what we're actually looking for is meaningful redress of the 25-year impact of this lot, because we don't know when anything else is going to happen there. So that's where we come from. We don't come from where the stripes get painted on the lot. We come from there were supposed to be residential units with affordable housing developed there, public open space. It's supposed to be the public school is supposed to be. So when we look at this, we say, look, what's the trade-off to get something that sort of mitigates the delay of those things for decades? So that's our scope, right? I mean, I want to make sure that that's understood. This is not a pick and uni kind of a topic for us.
Just to be clear, though, Forrest is required to begin development on that block by 2020, so that's 8 years from now. And they committed to us, at least, to attempt to do that prior to their deadline, their contractual deadline. But I understand what all your concerns are, and just, we've been listening to you all along, so it's not as though we have not been intending to incorporate your concerns up to this point, and we'll continue to do so.
And I, by the way, did not acknowledge the hard work and the real diligence of your staff as well, which is, very genuine. We also, see that Arana and Rachel are very, very big part of the communications effort that we're putting forward, and